Hey, what is up YouTube? Blackangled here, bringing you more West of Loathing. Last time we left off, we were going to pick out a horse. Let's see. I don't know how you spotted her hiding in that mine, but thanks for setting her back, my dark horse. Oops. Sure thing. Looks like my pale horse made it back safe. Thanks for your help. Crazy horse, and... Oh. Yeah, that's right, the other horse was there. Well, that's all of them. Can't thank you enough. Here's a little extra for you. Hey. Thanks. Afternoon, ma'am. What can I do for you? We're going to... Say something about... We were talking about this? Earlier about an injury? Yeah, busted my knee while mucking on the showroom. Don't ask how. It's embarrassing. I was gonna get Doc Alice to have a look at it, but she gave up doctoring. Why'd she do that? Nobody knows. She just shut herself up in her office. Says she wouldn't talk to anyone except Nurse Whiskey. Is that an actual nurse, or... I'm pretty sure she was just being sarcastic. I see. Can we go talk to Doc Alice? Let's see here. Offered whiskey. Whiskey delivered for the doc. What brand? Nurse Whiskey. Your favorite, I'm led to believe. Didn't know she makes house calls. Alright, hold on. You hear a rattle as she runs and unlocks the door. Oh, she looks so sad. What the... That's a lot of TNT in the house. And it's really close to the fireplace. Oh, wow. Shouldn't this be further away from the fire? Exactly. Dear God. The stove is spotless. Either she's really compulsive about cleaning, or she never cooks. I don't know. It's kind of depressing, actually. I think she's planning to do something. Hey, Doc. Can I look at your books? Not until you give me that whiskey you promised me. Okay, fine. Doc Alice looks to be about in her 50s. Her hair is graying and her face is lined, but her eyes are still clear and sharp, yet bloodshot. She holds out her hand. Whiskey. Stat. Give it to her. She cracks open the whiskey and fills a small flask she takes out of her pocket. Then she puts the flask back in her pocket and starts chugging it out of the bottle. Geez, Doc, that doesn't seem healthy. Who's the doctor here, me or you? Alright, point taken. Oh, that's mean. Doc Alice continues to pour whiskey down her neck, occasionally stopping to breathe. Is everything alright? It depends on how fast I can get this whiskey into my bloodstream, compared to how fast my liver filters it out. And I can't talk and drink at the same time, so... She glares at you meaningfully. So, what's that? I mean, what's the matter? What's up, Doc? What's the matter? The whole world's gone to hell on a horse cart. What? The whole world's gone to hell in a horse cart, and you'll ask what's the matter? Bandits, cows, demons, dead men walking? Why don't you go ahead and pick one, and I'll drink to that. Dead men walking. You haven't seen it? Corpses and skeletons staggering around like puppets with half their strength cut, looking to take a bite out of the living. Oh yeah, there was a skeleton in the cemetery. It's nice to get some outside confirmation that I'm not losing my damn mind. But how's that even possible? It isn't possible. It goes against everything I know about medicine. Dead patients don't get back up. Patients? Oh. Ugh. Yikes. Sorry, Doc. Doc Alice turns away, grimacing. Every doctor loses one now and again. You never get used to it, but... Well, it happens. But that doesn't happen in the... But what doesn't happen is them coming back afterwards and looking for revenge. I cannot read today. That must be pretty rough. Rough, Missy? I don't think you can comprehend the situation. It's not just patients, it's neighbors, friends, husbands. Oh, indeed. She turns away from you and focuses her attention back on the bottle. I'm sorry, Doc. Doc Alice sighs exasperately. What now? Do you have an idea what's causing the resurrections? Well, I heard a rumor. A rumor? What is it? It's when you get incomplete information from an unverified source. Anyway, what I heard is that there's a fella out west that's causing it. A necromancer, they call him. Supposedly he's sending magic out into the world somehow. Magic, like the bean slinger uses? I never heard of any bean slinger raising the dead, have you? Her scowl deepens. That'd be one hell of a can of beans. Let's ask about the TNT. What's the deal with all the TNT? It's so when I feel like I'm about to go, I can blow myself into bits so small that won't be nothing left to come back. That seems drastic. Drastic? Hell, no way I'm taking the risk of becoming one of those things. Fair enough, I suppose. Jesus. That's not just like a couple sticks of TNT. Those are whole barrels full of them. And she's downing that whiskey in her eyeball. About that necromancer? Assuming he exists, what about him? Well, maybe someone ought to try and stop him. Doc Ellis gives you a sharp look. You? Because I know you ain't talking about me. Why not you? A gray-haired old woman that knows as much about fighting as as much fighting as a squirrel knows surgery. Did you hit your head on a bar stool, kid? You aren't that old. Not that old. And if I was going to pick someone to go up against a necromancer, it'd be someone who also knows about death, but in a scientific way. A doctor, right? Douglas stares hard at you and takes a swig from her bottle, saying nothing. And it sounds to me like you've got plenty of motivation to get the job done for your friends and everyone. She continues to look at you. You can see the gears turning in her head. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats doing nothing anyway. Beats locking yourself in a house full of TNT and drinking yourself to death. You aren't even doing any doctoring anymore. She winces and looks away, and then she shakes her head slowly. You seriously expect me to ride out west by myself, chasing a rumor? Doesn't have to be by yourself. I'm heading west too. Tag along with me, and maybe we can find the guy and put a stop to him. Gotta stop shaking my leg. It's crazy. Impossible. Impossible like raising the dead is impossible? Alice crosses her arms and regards you thoughtfully, a spark slowly brightening in her eyes. Alright, kid. What the hell? Let's give it a shot. Cool. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. I'll wait here. Alright. Sadly, we're not taking the doctor with us. Maybe I should. Nah, I should be fine. If I come back here and like her doctoring office is just nothing but a smoking crater, I'm going to be very sad. Alright. Can you sell me a horse? Sure thing. I should warn you though, horses get mighty attached to their riders. Once you bought one, you won't be able to change your mind later. Which one are you interested in? Let's see, a basic, shifty looking dark one. I'm gonna take the dark one. Good choice. She's a sneaky one. I'll sell her to you for 1,000 meat. When you say sneaky, well, she's real quiet and she likes dark places. Yeah, I remember. Just look how she's trying to hide behind the other horse there. She seems pretty smart. Yeah, she seems pretty smart. Thanks. Here's the keys. Ride safe. I need keys for the horse? Tina. Okay. Oh, God, I didn't know I had named the horse. Agrius. There we go. Done. Sure, Agrius? Yeah, I want Agrius. Alright, Agrius the horse. It's got a nice ring to it. I bet it does. Oh, and I almost forgot. Free with every horse purchase is a complimentary map. Southeast-west map. Wow, that's really convenient. Alright, let's go to the bar, pick up Susie. Is her name Susie? I've already forgotten. I think it's Susie. And well, we can't pick her up at the bar, so I guess we just leave. Once you leave Boring Springs, you won't be able to come back. Any unfinished business you got will forever remain unfinished. Are you sure ready to leave? Yes. Who will you take with you? Crazy Pete, Doc Alice, Susie. Oh, Susie. Go it alone, not recommended. Let's take Susie. You pop back to the saloon and collect Susie. Let's hit the trail. Up until this point, I've been automatically spending your experience points for you. I'm happy to keep doing it, and I promise to give you a nice, well-rounded experience. Shall I keep it up, or would you prefer to decide yourself where your experience gets went? Keep spending my XP automatically, because it's been working out so far. Top Dirtwater, the Manifest Destiny Railroad Camp. It's Dirtwater. With the white inquiry within. What's up? Hey there, Susie. I'd like to check up on some of the ranches in these parts. See how bad the cows' attacks are getting. Alright. Do you know some? Not in great detail, but I know roughly where a few are. Or at least where... guess we'll just have to see. There's one not far from here. Discover a new map location, the Stearns Ranch. What do you want to do next? If we're looking to get a move on westward, I reckon a train's the way to go. Didn't that map the hostler gave you have a marker for some railroad camp or other? Might be worth checking out. Good idea. She still looks so sad. I guess something tells me she hasn't gone over the deaths yet. Anyway. Trail soon enough. What do you think? Much of a city you live in, too crowded and noisy. Am I forgetting about anything? Sue says you should see the bartender about renting that room in Dirtwater. It'd be nice to have a base of operations. Alright, sweet. Let's go ask them. That gal doesn't look like she's in the mood to talk. No, she doesn't. What is happening with the music? The old man stares off into the distance to listen to the piano. Try to talk to him. He doesn't react to you at all. Oh god, he's off key. Piano player is not very good at his job. I can tell. They're engrossed in conversation. Leave them be. Is there anything inside the spittoon this time? This is spittoon, which is sort of a brass bucket that people spit in, yada yada yada. Let's inspect the spittoon. Look, the Jewel Saloon is pretty nice as saloons go. Actual glass in the windows, more than 2 kinds of drinks, a poker room instead of a cockfighting pit. But this spittoon is still a spittoon. The rancid tobacco spit inside isn't fancy rancid tobacco spit. Inspect that shit. Sigh. Here we go. Alright, fine. You are now hunkered down next to the brass filth bucket, which was probably never been cleaned or emptied because you're near the desert and the ambient humidity around here is pretty low. Low enough that the spit evaporates nearly as quickly as it accumulates. So that's good, right? No, that's bad, because it's only the water part of spit that evaporates. This brass bucket is half full of the rest of the spit, the toxins and filth that don't evaporate. Several years' worth, distilled and concentrated until its consistency of molasses. Oh, God. People aren't allowed to flick cigarette butts into the spittoon anymore because they bounce out. Ew. Search it. Search it. Do it. You're about to put your hands into a bucket of something the color of viscosity of maple syrup, except instead of maple, it's flavored with the inside of the mouths of people who chew cigars instead of smoking them and have never brushed their teeth. Yeah! It feels like putting your hands into a bucket of lukewarm tapioca pudding. Ugh! Except instead of tapioca, it's basically poison. It smells like someone ran over a skunk, waited a week, and then set it on fire. It feels like your hand is dissolving. Keep searching, we're not a quitter. You found something. You found a tacky, filth-covered porcelain cow figurine. A useless, disgusting thing that will make a great heirloom for your children, assuming you're still able to have any, and you hate them. You got an item, filthy porcelain cow. Yeah! I wish it just popped back in, and then, like, your arm is just like a nub. Are those two sleep fighting? They are. Oh, it's Susie. What you doing inside the bar? What do we think of the place? It's alright. Town's a bit busy for my taste, but it makes a change from being on the road. Gotta wash the dust off once in a while, right? Yep, and then you can go back out and collect some fresh new dust. Yeah! These guys must have fallen asleep during a brawl. How do you do that? Alright, let's talk to the bartender. Well, howdy there. Always nice to see a new face in town. Welcome to the Jewel Saloon. Hey, thanks. I'm Lola. I'm glad to know you, Lola. Folks around here just call me Lloyd. What can I do for you? Nice to meet you, Lloyd. Let's see here. Saw the sign out front advertising a room? That's right. Finest room in the house. And plenty of room for your partner, too. You interested? How much does it cost? Well, that's where you're in luck. The previous tenant was a banker fella, and he paid a month in advance, right before getting himself killed by bandits. He seemed like a decent sort, so the room's yours if you want it. Gratis. Gratis? I'm not saying that right, am I? Ugh. Let's not worry about it. Alright, sweet. So what's it look like? Hey! There's plenty of room inside here. See if I go sleep. There's a postcard on the little table. Take it. I've acquired a blank postcard. Oh, can I send it to my parents? This blank postcard. Maybe you should write to your family back home. In case you don't know how the mail works, you send these by going to a building called a post office and giving it to the correspondent wizard who works there. I want to go see the post office wizard, I'm not going to lie. That post office wizard sounds like he's amazing. You look at yourself in the mirror. Insult yourself. You call yourself a chicken-hugging little-headed jerk. You get, in effect, angry. What does that do? You're madder than a hornet if you're angry. If your anger level gets higher than 1, you'll pass out from rage. Really? Better not insult yourself anymore. You get angry, you'll liable to pass out. Let's do it. Let me do it. Let me pass out from my own anger. It's a partner. What's up, Hans? Alright, she has nothing else better to say, so let's get out. Let's see, we already explored the bar. Actually, no, wait, we didn't explore anything else. Look at the poker room. Oh no, it's actual people that know how to play poker. This poster says, rules of poker, followed by hundreds of weird rules in tiny print. Read one of them. A two-eyed queen ranks higher than 4/10 of diamonds. Oh god. For one-eyed queens and 2 4s count as a flush. These poker rules make no sense. Which doesn't make much sense either from my perspective, because I don't know how to play poker. This table is full up. And at this table... Oh, hello! I was about to get blasted from both ends. There's an empty seat at this table. Let's play poker. You sit down at the table, at the poker table. A dealer emerges from somewhere in the back and sits down next to you. The lady to your right introduces herself as May, and the player to your left says his name is Jack. I'll tell you that the ante is 20 meat. Let's ante up. The dealer gives the deck a shuffle and then deals. A hand of cards glides across the table to you. It's a total garbage hand. 3 aces. I don't even know the rules of poker, but I think that's good. It's first round. The pot is 60 meat, and your chance of winning are at around 10%. Let's see. Let's strategize. You arrange your cards into a more aesthetically pleasing spread. Move on. It's the second round of the betting. The pot is 60 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 30%. Forcefully strategize. Let's glamorously raise. You grin slightly and raise by 20 meat. It's the last round of betting. Time to do or die. The pot is 120 meat, and you estimate your chances of winning at around 30%. Let's forcefully strategize. You grunt and strain it and tear one of your cards in half. Now you have a 2 of... What the hell? Now you have 2 of that card. Oh, good. So that's how that works. Plus 20% of win chance. Reveal your cards. You frown and reveal a reverse flush. May grins and reveals her hands at a tennis flush and Jack has Nevada straight. You win. You gather your haul. You get 120 meat. The dealer announces that the ante has been raised to 25. Let's walk away. Let's get out of here before I just lose catastrophically. Let's see here. These guys are having a spirited discussion about guns and which of theirs is nicer. Okay. Hey, how come they're allowed to drink without hats? Good question. Where's your hat? The man points at the sign at the counter. Slop, 5 meat. Let's buy some slop. Got a plate of slop. Yeah. Ugh. Does it say anything about the slop? Plate of slop. This is a plate of the slop that they serve with the jeweled dirt water. They should really hire a better kitchen staff before some competing restaurants move in and eat their lunch. Increase your maximum HP by 5 for the rest of the day. Yeah, I'll eat it. Choke down the slop, wondering why pigs always seem to enjoy this stuff so much. You get in effect slop fed. Yeah. Alright, let's move on. It's in the kitchen. This is where the chef preps ingredients for cooking. It's always where he parks his beer. Good for him. Atop this pot-belly stove is a pot full of slop. A pot stove top slop pot. Good lord. Hey, what are you doing in here? Employees only, bud. No, sorry. I was just, looking around. So you're the nosy type, eh? Well, I prefer adventuresome. As it happens, there's something you can do for me. I'm out of saltpeter. I need someone to pick me up some more. Saltpeter. And other things. Look, here's who's the chef here? Me or you? Okay, where can I find it? Your best bet's a military camp. That sounds like a terrible idea. Because it's used to make gunpowder? Shut up! The nearest one is Fort Cowardice. They keep it in little green jars. Sharp marks the fort on your map. You discover a new Fort Cowardice. Okay, be right back. Shelf is full of canned and bottle ingredients and boxes of slop helper. Ew. Nothing better than hamburger helper. This lady's too busy washing dishes to pay attention to you. So, a sign that says "See bartender for darts." Just wondering. Everything must be neat and tidy for whatever this room is used for. Alrighty. And you know what? I believe that is all for today. So, if you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I shall see you all next time.